Welcome friend, thanks for joining me for another video blog. It's coffee time with Alex Q, where we have casual conversations about big stuff. So the word today is insecurity. How do we overcome insecurity? I was thinking about that today because I'm just watching a pattern with so many people, including my clients, who are not living the life they want, being the person they want to be, do the things they want to do, because of insecurity. So let me start this video. I'm gonna give you a strategy here, a concept for you to start applying right away to help you or help somebody you know to overcome insecurity. So first, let's kind of define what is going on really when we feel insecure. What's underneath insecurity? It's fear. It's fear of what people would say or think about us. It is fear of judgment and criticism. So insecurity is basically like, I want to do this, but we start creating reasons and excuses. So if this is you or somebody that you know, and I hope you share this video if you know somebody, but what is really underneath insecurity, it's fear. But let's go another layer deeper, because you know I love to go deeper. Underneath all that, there is even a deeper fear. It's the fear of not being appreciated. Fear of not being accepted, valued, and loved. We have all of us, every single human being has a primal need to feel appreciated, to feel accepted, to feel loved. And sometimes we will compromise our happiness, compromise our values just to feel loved. But when we do that, what we're finding is not authentic, genuine love and appreciation, because then we're not being ourselves. If we're not being ourselves, we're not gonna really feel in our heart that we're being valued and appreciated, because when we're not ourselves, we are not loving, respecting, honoring ourselves. So we will try to find those emotions, those feelings outside of ourselves. So now that you got clear about what insecurity is, why it's so important to address insecurity, why clients pay me to help them to address insecurity. When I meet somebody that is paralyzed by insecurity, I try to help them and they usually become my clients. But this is why you need to address insecurity, because if you don't, you will keep living a small life. And as I shared in previous video, I think a few weeks ago, when you live small, you're not benefiting yourself because you're not happy, not fulfilled. You're not benefiting those around you in the world. Because with insecurity, you're not going to show up and let people in the world see you. You don't live your dream. You don't live the life that you want. And that creates unhappiness, disharmony, and even disease, because your body is not going to be in harmony. So you can create a lot of health conditions because you're not living the life you want, all because of insecurity. And the third part is, when you're insecure, again, you're looking for validation outside yourself. So your happiness is dependent upon what other people are saying or thinking about you. Because we have the need to be valued, to be loved, when we don't feel that inside us, we look for that outside. And that just leads to disappointment and suffering, long-time suffering, lifetime suffering. So what happens when you address insecurity? I get so excited about sharing this, and I was, this really came guided when I took some quiet time at lunch. But when you address insecurity, you start taking bold actions. You build confidence and courage muscles. And I call them muscles because you don't just wake up one day and all of a sudden that you are a confident and courageous person. Those are muscles. In other words, you build confidence, you build courage, which is on the other side of insecurity, by taking actions every day, just like you build strong muscles by showing up in the gym every single day. You don't get physically strong by just deciding that you get strong. Decision is a good thing. That's the first step. Then you hire a trainer, or you join a CrossFit gym, or you have a buddy and you do boot camp 3 times a week for 8 weeks. And then all of a sudden, after 6 to 8 weeks, you see change in your body. And all of a sudden you can say, I'm a strong person right now because I took the actions. So when you address insecurity, start taking the actions. With that, guess what happens? Another big problem. People with low self-esteem, the self-esteem comes up. Self-esteem is really about how you honor your physical body, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual body. Are you honor your needs? And when you honor your needs, boom, self-esteem goes up. You don't need years of therapy to build self-esteem. You build self-esteem by taking actions every single day and taking care of yourself. Honor your own needs. And the last part here is when you address your insecurity, you live the life that you want. You feel empowered. And remember the 4 concepts of empowerment. If you've been following my videos, the concepts of empowerment are: number 1, you gotta let go all the negative emotions, old baggage, and limiting beliefs. A lot of limiting beliefs are built on insecurity. Number 2, you need to have goals. You need to set a direction. Where are you going? What is it that you want? Number 3, you take actions every day towards that goal. And number 4, you focus on what you want. A lot of people are feeding that insecurity because they keep living in the past. So now that you know why you need to address insecurity, let's get to the how. But before I tell you the how, let me share a little story with you. Because the reason I can talk about insecurity with so much conviction and passion is because I used to be a very insecure person. And my clients have a hard time believing that because the way I show up today, and even the way I used to show up in the gym when I was a full-time personal trainer, I was so insecure that I would overcompensate in my fitness. I made sure I was always one of the strongest women in the gym. I did the most pull-ups, and I made sure I wore tank tops so people could see my muscles and how strong I was, how secure I was, but I wasn't. I was hiding behind my physicality. I was overcompensating, so I was lifting heavy weights, I was racing bikes, and don't get me wrong, I love being fit and being strong. But the difference is that now that drive comes from a very different place. That drive is not insecure anymore. That drive now, it's love, which is a very different driver. So how did my insecurity show up besides my fitness, overcompensating through exercise, getting injured? I had a lot of back pain. I tore an ACL, so I was in constantly pain in the hip and the back. I had sciatica problems. I had a year that I could barely move because I was pushing my body so hard. I was abusing my body, and that drive wasn't coming from love. So at late 20s, I was like, I could barely move because of low back pain. And today I'm pain-free. Another way my insecurity was showing up was as people pleaser. I was a people pleaser, especially in relationships. I would give up my own needs. I wouldn't find my voice just to please others because I wanted to feel valued. I wanted to be appreciated. I want to be loved and accepted. So I would shut down, shut up, and please people. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a people pleaser, you have insecurities and you need to address that because that creates suffering. And you know why it creates suffering? Because when we don't honor what the heart needs, what the mind needs, what the body needs, what the spirit needs, we are betraying our own bodies. We are betraying ourselves, and that creates lifetime suffering that you can end right now by addressing insecurity, your fears, or any other negative emotion. So I just want to share this story with you because I have been there. If you are somebody right now dealing with a lot of insecurity, fear, self-doubt, I've been to that road. That's why I can coach, and I can say with confidence today that I am a very confident person, very courageous, and it's because I've been doing this work. I've been letting go baggage, so my confidence just increases every day. So every day I take the actions that build the confidence and courage muscle even more. You're like, okay, Alex, enough. Tell me how. I'm ready. So I'm gonna give you one concept because we don't have a lot of time here, and I'm trying to keep this video under 15 minutes. But number one thing that you need to do in order to start eliminating, overcoming insecurity is to have a dream. Have a dream. What is it that you want? I'm not thinking about big life's vision here right now, but what is your dream? Right now, your dream might be to lose 20 pounds. Your dream might be to find a new career, to define your purpose, go back to school, start a family, open your heart to somebody and be in a relationship. What is your dream right now? You gotta define that, because if you don't have a dream, you don't have a force pulling you forward. And it's not just about thinking what you want. You gotta feel, what is your why? What is the dream? What is your why? So you emotionalize, you put your heart on it. And what goes with that, with having a dream, is to make sure you're doing your best every single day. I have realized that a common denominator with a lot of people who are dealing with insecurity, who feel insecure, or they're showing up as an insecure person, is because they are not doing their best. They are those people that usually say, I'm gonna go to the gym starting this week, 2 times a week. They don't go to the gym. There are people who are saying, I'm gonna start eating healthy, and they're not eating healthy. There are the people that are saying, I'm gonna read those books so I can start doing some deep work. They're not reading the books. So when we commit, because true commitment, you do it. But a lot of people kind of commit. And those people usually keep suffering with insecurity, because if you don't show up at your best every single day, you feel like an impostor. You feel like a fraud. And that is major fuel for insecurity. So how do you overcome insecurity? Define your dream and show up at your best every single day. You might say, Alex, I've done that and I still feel insecure. If that's the case, if you still feel insecure, even though you've done all this work, it's because you might have some old conditioning, old program that was installed on you in your childhood, or maybe through middle school, high school. There's a moment in your past that you made an unconscious decision to protect yourself, and that creates insecurity. If that's the case, then you need to bring that to your conscious mind, and you need to release that baggage. Usually that baggage is locked in and trapped in negative emotions like fear, sadness, hurt, guilt, shame. So you need to let go of those negative emotions, so you create space for confidence and courage. So if that's the case, you want to find somebody that can do mental and emotional release, work with you through a breakthrough session. That's what I do, and a lot of other master practitioners out there will do. So if you're curious about how to let go some old baggage that might be keeping you in that place of insecurity, make sure you message me and I will contact you and talk to you about how you can let that baggage go literally in few hours. A breakthrough session, yes, it's a long session, but I have helped a client just last week how to go from fear, anxiety to calm, and that took 15 minutes. We did a session, took 15 minutes, but a breakthrough session takes about a day, 8 hours, and we can do it in 2 different days. But anyway, don't get scared with that number. Let's first define what is going on with your insecurity, if it's old condition, old baggage, and you might want to learn more about mental and emotional release. And again, if you're interested in learning more about how to change that conditioning so you can thrive every day with confidence, courage, take the actions, overcome all the obstacles and challenges in your life that you will need, especially as you pursue your dream, those will show up, and you need to have the muscles to overcome, so there's no room for insecurity, because when you show up at your best, there's no room for insecurity. So that's what I want to share with you today. If you're interested in learning more about this work, about my work, make sure you message me below this video and I'll contact you, and we can book a free call to see if I can help you in any way of how to overcome insecurity, anxiety, stress, so you can thrive every day and live the best life by being who you want to be, do what you want to do, and have the things in your life that you want to have. Thank you so much, and I look forward to connect with you very soon.